And now, Knock 2 Studios presents Common Censored.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Common Censored. I'm Lord Sterling.
It's your boy Truck Fit Dre.
Truck Fit Dre in the house. How's it going, man? TGI motherfucking F.
It's actually like a really good day. I mean, so people think I'm crazy, but it's just like sometimes you get like a little tired of like the sun always being out in like the desert landscape.
Well, I'm
And
a vampire, so I don't have. Oh, you're out in the desert.
Right. So today is just like a storm moved in, so it's been raining all day, and it's actually like been real
Nice.
cool and calming.
I love
Yeah,
rain.
it's yeah, bro. It's like just been a real like relaxed day. I ain't have no truckloads to move today. My guys at home for the holiday, so like
Nice.
yeah, really I just been on the couch with wifey all day, like just under blankets and napping and like looking at media that we're interested in. Of course, you start off the day
Sweet.
with the usual scripture, but yeah, man, just a real chill day. Eddie,
Nice.
what's up, bro?
Yo, what's up? Ed Hoskins, ZD, Alicia, Sam Duty, Kayla, Cora, Davis. Welcome to the party, everybody. Glad you're joining us on this beautiful Friday.
Academics. What's up,
welcome,
bro?
dude. Welcome,
What's going
welcome. It's great. We got a couple chats full of great people, as opposed to I'm like, imagine the Young Turks chat. It would just be full
Los zurdos de mierda.
full of shit leftards, dude. That would suck. So much better where we're at right now. Oh man. So yeah, we've got some interesting news today for sure. Not least of which is the mainstream media starting to admit that Biden is in major trouble with this election. We've got a video from Dr. Steve Turley over here where he's discussing the whole situation and putting together a bunch of news sources talking about it. Do you know Steve Turley? Are you familiar with him?
Nah, bro, this will be my first time getting introduced to who he is.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's a great commentator. He was a professor at a school in like Pennsylvania or something, and he's a classically trained guitarist who's really
Awesome.
talented guitar. But he's super smart, enthusiastic guy. I think you'll like him. So let's check out what he's saying.
They're admitting. Let's be blunt. They're admitting that Biden can't win.
Oh shit, I froze up.
Admission.
Oh, you froze?
All of this.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Tacit admission in all of this, whether you're a part of the ever shrinking freak show.
Damn it. Let me go
like
out.
MSNBC that
Okay.
supports this Colorado. And
Here, I'll pause for a second. Sorry, guys. Some technical difficulties over here. Appreciate your patience with us. Spotty internet sometimes, can put a damper on the whole situation. But Dre is going to reload real quick and come right back. In the meantime, I'll show you guys the world's most handsome cat. I'm typically not a cat guy, but this cat is pretty impressive, I will say.
Meow.
Okay.
Meow.
That's a serious cat right there. That is a serious cat. We'll start off with some fun while we're getting the internet all worked out. I got another interesting one that you guys might get a kick out of. I don't know if you've seen this before, but this is a crazy wind sculpture. It moves when wind is blown across the sails, and it's like it's walking across the beach here. Check this thing out. Look at that thing. Kind of terrifying, kind of amazing. You know? So many moving pieces. Oh, and now we're in something else. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Oh man, rhinos are crazy, dude. They got huge horns, you know. All right, you're moving now.
Yeah, I gotta get my headphones connected again. Give me a second, brother.
Sure. Take your time. Take your time. In the meantime, we'll learn a little bit about coyotes. I don't know if you guys know about coyotes, but they're everywhere.
Coyotes have figured out how to let the other coyotes know when one of them is missing, and that's how they call. Yeah, it's like roll call.
I can hear that at my house all the time.
They think they do that to communicate when they've killed something, and when one of them is missing, it causes the female to have more pups. When they were killing the wolves, coyotes started spreading, and as people killed coyotes, they spread even wider. It had the exact opposite effect they wanted. By people killing coyotes, now coyotes are in every single city in North America. Every city. And 100 years ago, they weren't. And now they're everywhere. They're in New York City. Coyotes are in the Bronx now.
I had no idea.
Oh, coyotes are in Central Park. They're in every city in North America. They're in Florida. Coyotes are literally everywhere. Because they have this unique ability to move and adapt, and they're just very smart. They're very cunning. Coyotes have.
So I thought that was cool. You see coyotes around your area?
In Arizona, yes, coyotes are definitely lurking in the midst.
There we go.
They're definitely in the midst.
That's the proof right there. We have confirmation. They're everywhere.
Especially when you go up to Flagstaff. You go up to the national parks up there, which are just beautiful. Okay, like Flagstaff is beautiful. Sonoma, not Sonoma, but Sedona, Arizona, Flagstaff area. You know, I-40 going over the mountains before you hit the stretch to hit New Mexico. It is extremely beautiful, and yes, you're gonna see some coyotes. Be careful out there.
Yeah, I saw a pack of coyotes crossing the street. I think it was 2 nights ago, or maybe last night. I was heading back to the house, and I was like, "Oh, there they are! They're really smart. They're sneaky." And yeah, it's interesting how you think you have a solution to a problem, but the solution ends up making the problem worse. Like with coyotes, and the same thing with Donald Trump. They're like, hacking him, pushing back, and he just gets stronger and stronger. The Obi-Wan Kenobi effect.
And also, you can tell that Arizona has coyotes because the mascot for the NHL team, which that's your sport. You know what I'm saying? You an NHL guy, right, bro?
What's their team? Hockey. I was always more of a player.
Oh, you're a hockey guy. Well, you're a hockey guy. Okay, all right. You're a hockey guy. But the NHL team is the Arizona Coyotes.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, so
that's cool, man. So what a dumb question for me to ask.
No, shit, not at all.
Are they where you are?
Not at all. I just literally put the 2 and 2 together, like, because the Coyotes are having a pretty good year to start off the year. They're like 5-2, so
nice. Go Coyotes! Go Coyotes! Hell yeah! All right, let's jump back into Turley over here. Oh, I showed everybody the world's most handsome cat, which is this guy, a crazy Maine Coon, total beast mode. Damn, really impressive. Not typically a cat guy, but that guy is hashtag Duncan approved. Here is Steve Turley breaking down the Biden situation.
They're admitting that Biden can't win. The tacit admission in all of this the tacit admission in all of this, whether you're a part of the ever shrinking freak show like MSNBC that supports this Colorado and champions this Colorado ruling, or whether you're a part of the growing consensus calling out its absurdity, there is the tacit admission that Biden simply cannot win. We talked about this yesterday. Even the far left site, slate.com, is openly admitting that Biden's campaign is over. I mean, look at this headline. I mean, there's I mean, look at that's a left-wing site, people. That's a far left site. There is no precedent for how bad Biden's poll numbers are right now.
Admission.
And the byline reads even worse than it looks.
They're angling to replace him.
There is no precedent. There is no historical precedent for how bad things are for Biden. And it's even worse than that. And they make
it's scary, man. Like when the left wing media starts telling the truth, my spidey senses go up. Like something is
something is up.
happening, you know.
Well, I don't know if it was Mnuchin. I can't remember exactly who it was. So I don't want to misquote it, but there was somebody that is in the House of Representatives. I know that. And they said that there has been talks about Michelle Obama already filling out the proper filings you need in order to be available to run for the presidency. I don't know how true
Big
that
Mike?
is,
Damn.
but I did see that on X today. Let me see.
That's nuts.
Yeah, because I think I don't know if I liked it. I've been like real cautious about certain things to like and what not to like because of powers that be, what they be watching. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I thought I liked it, bro. I seen it. It was like one of the first tweets I seen in the early afternoon upon waking up this morning.
Yeah, look for it, and we'll keep playing this video while
you keep on playing it. Yeah. Most
again, a twofold argument here. Again, you could share this with friends and family who are still a little stuck in their woke ways over the Christmas holidays. Always be whimsical, always smile. We're winning, so just sit back, enjoy. If they get a little frenzied, cut them another.
Hey, Valentine Patriot.
Trifle. I like trifle. I'm British. Pumpkin pie, whatever it is that you have, serve it.
Welcome back, brother.
They make a twofold argument here. First, they point out that the RCP average, right? We talked about this yesterday, the Real Clear Politics polling average, which aggregates all the various polls out there, is currently showing President Trump with the largest lead he has ever had in his entire political career, and it keeps growing. The RCP average has Trump leading.
Jet-lagged. You just fucking cracked me up, man. Jet-lagged saying, is she going to run as a man or a woman? Talking about Big Mike. Oh, man. Somebody the other day on YouTube had a comment under a video saying that they were guessing that Big Mike was going to be Gavin Newsom's VP. And so I wrote underneath, Big Mike, MTF, and oops, I meant FTW, like for the win, but MTF meaning male to female. Sorry.
Biden by nearly 4 points. When you put in Bobby Kennedy and the other candidates, his jump leads to over 5 points, nearly 6. So what the liberals over at slate.com recognize is that we have never seen this before. Trump has never, ever led the RCP average either nationally or in swing states, either against Biden or against Hillary, ever. But then it gets worse. Again, this is all according to the far left side. Biden's poll numbers, they found, are perhaps the single worst of any incumbent since the polling era began in the 1930s. And that's because Biden's net negatives are unlike anything we have ever seen. So a net negative is the percentage of voters who disapprove of you more than approve, right? So if 55% disapprove, 45% approve, that's a minus 10, right? A net 10 negative. a net negative 10. Biden's net negatives are twice that of President Trump. Biden's net negatives are twice that of President Trump. They're in the double digits. In fact, Biden has, according to this article, the worst net negative of any presidential incumbent since polling began nearly 100 years ago. This is why the Colorado court did what they did. This is why Jack Smith is indicting him. Biden can't win, so he has to cheat.
That's what I
Biden
think.
can't win, so he has to cheat. He's admitting it. You know, they basically shut down their campaign headquarters in Georgia. I mean, they still officially have a headquarters, but it's basically an empty tent at this point. They have no campaign infrastructure in the state of Georgia. They've given up. Democrat insiders have all said that. They've given up on Georgia. They know they're not going to win. They'll probably.
And they're going to have problems in other states as well pretty soon, as we are seeing that GOP lawmakers in 3 swing states are making moves to take Sleepy Joe off the ballot. So this is, you fight fire with fire, I guess, and they're opening the door for shenanigans to go both ways. Breaking from the Gateway pundit, Jim Hoft, on top of it, as always, with the election info. GOP state lawmakers draft bills to remove Joe Biden from 2024 ballots in 3 swing states. Look at him struggling with his mask here. This is the president of the United States. Can't even handle a mask.
You know what was so classic? Clay Higgins made a statement about introducing this legislation, because this is legislation. This legislation, yeah, he put this bill forth, and he said his exact quote was, "You try stupid stuff, you get stupid results. Have a merry MAGA Christmas."
Nice. Fuck yeah, dude. Clay Higgins is the shit. Yeah, it reminds me of who somebody says you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Maybe it was the
that's what it was. That's what he said. You play stupid games, you get stupid results.
Win stupid prizes.
Yeah. And then he said, "Have a merry MAGA Christmas." But we have to talk about, they don't just have this option to continue their reign. JD Sharp was on Stu Peters today. I was just watching it before we started our stream. And he said that basically what happened with McCarthy could be seen as treason, because there are insiders that said he stepped down specifically to get a Democrat in that seat so the Democrats could take the Senate in 2024. So that means if they got the House and the Senate, they could therefore just vote to say, yeah, we're going to go to war with Russia. That starts the World War, and instantly there is no election.
Yep.
So when they say we have to use every option that's available to keep Trump out of office, I believe that this is one of the options that they are possibly talking about. And because that it's legal for, the people that are House of Representatives to trade, we need to start looking at all of the people who have stocks, right, with Raytheon, with Boeing, with all of the big weapon producers, and start to call them out on it, because ultimately war would be good for their pockets and for these weapons producers, of course, you know what I mean? So this is possibly the scariest solution to them continuing their reign in the House, because if we go to war, this is going to do a number on our country. It is not what we want right now. Russia right now is spending 40% of their GDP to continue the war with Ukraine, and Ukraine is a small country compared to Russia, right? So just imagine what it would do to us if we went to war with Russia. Just imagine how much of our GDP we'd have to use. And you also have to look at, well, we talk about the shipping containers, right? All of the freight that's coming on ship is having to take a different route. Instead of going through the Red Sea, which is between which is basically between Europe and the Middle East, they're going up top, which is between Africa and the Middle East, which takes an extra 3 weeks, right? So those prices have not basically those prices haven't reared their ugly heads yet, right? But within the next month or two, we're going to start to see these prices go up even higher than they are now, because these companies have to spend extra money to get these resources here that we buy on a regular basis. We are not we are a consumer nation. We no longer make the goods. We just buy them and import them, and we ship them out on freight. So not only will we have to pay higher prices for everything else, but we'll pay a higher price by, I don't know, new taxes maybe to fund the war, or, you know, a hike in every single thing that we do, from fuel to everything. When you have a war, the first thing that is affected is supply and demand, bro. Especially when it comes to fuel. I do not want to see the gas and the fuel prices for diesel if we go to war with Russia. This is definitely something that we don't want. And to think that our country would rather lose human life and demolish our GDP as a country even more just to maintain power, it really, you know, that is worrisome. And it like, you know, I have a, you know, it's a healthy fear. I really have a healthy fear of our country going into war, bro. Like
big time,
really.
big time.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat. Like, this is going to affect us all. And these are one of these things where we have to say, forget being Republican or Democrat. Like, I'm an American. Like Raven Simone said, right? I don't want to be labeled as something that, like, I'm an American. Before I'm black, before I'm African. Yeah, I don't know none of them that African shit. Like, I don't know where none of them people, I don't know none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go back to slavery, you're not going to be able to trace any further than that, because our families were split up and being sold to, you know, other places in the country. So as far as genealogy like that, shit is a farce. Like, you're not going to be able to go further back than that, right? Unless you have people that are family that live in Africa right now to say, yeah, you come from this lineage, right? So I'm an American. So this is something that we're going to have to like forget drawing this line. Like, this line needs to disappear, and we need to come together and say, we do not want a war with no country right now.
We believe in freedom. We believe in non-interventionism. We believe in peace. We believe in American values. And it doesn't matter if you're Muslim or if you're, you know, Jewish or Christian or white or black or brown or yellow or turquoise, maybe even magenta. None of it matters.
It does not matter, bro. We do not want a war right now. Like, we don't. That's not what we want for the country right now. But yeah, like, I think you found a clip, bro.
Oh yeah. Like you were saying about how they're willing to, you know, by any and all means prevent Trump from winning. I think that includes activating sleeper cells that the Democrats have planted within the Republican offices. You know, like they're elected politicians.
Yeah, so I guess, I don't know if this is a fact, but there was a tweet today Twitter's done. It's dead. There was a post on X where a lady said that her husband is a gun shop owner where, you know, he sells, you know, goods that has to do with anything with firearms. And she said that he was notified that there was like a new loophole that they put into the federal background checks for firearms that makes it okay for immigrants to own guns, because they are making it okay in Chicago and California for immigrants to also become police officers. These are not people who have got their, like, these are not like people who have citizenship yet, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I don't know how true that is, but that's kind of scary. And I actually have that tweet. But after we view this video, we could go to that actual post on X.
Yeah, sounds good.
Keep on saying tweet.
I know. It's like ingrained in my brain after so many years. I always hated Twitter too. Like the way it takes people. Oh, you got something to say? Oh, you're muted. Here you go. Won't let me unmute you. Oh, all right. Okay. I understand what you mean now. You're, yeah. Cora Davis pointing out, in addition to the sleeper cells that they have in offices, they've got sleepers coming across the border implanted. And Ed, yes, they are not elected; they're installed. In a lot of cases, that's the way it seems like it is being perpetrated against us. That is for sure, my friend. So let's check out. This is J.D. Sharp a week ago talking about the same situation that he was on with Stu Peters talking about. Stu Peters, if you guys aren't aware, has been doing great work. He's exposing a lot of the stuff we're not allowed to talk about on FuckTube. So check out his channel for more information about all that stuff.
You need to understand why Kevin McCarthy resigning from Congress at the end of the year is such a massive deal. Also, think about George Santos, who was just expelled in a very Democrat district. Kevin McCarthy, the exact same thing. There is a plan here. And the rhinos, the Republicans in name only, the controlled opposition like Kevin McCarthy, who Nancy Pelosi has controlled since day one in Congress for him. And their plan is to not go down swinging. Rhinos are being removed from the party one by one. Everybody knows that. Look at Mitt Romney, for example. Look at Patrick McHenry, possibly Speaker Mike Johnson, if he keeps doing what he's doing. But the rhinos are being controlled by the Democrats, and they have a plan. And that plan is to give Congress, give the House back to Democrats so they control the Senate and the House.
Scumbags.
After they have that control, which should be in probably early 2024. Because again, in these special elections, we're going to lose the special elections. There's gerrymandering going on in New York. The districts themselves are very, very blue. They're in states where voter fraud is not difficult at all. The laws are in place to make it happen. But once Democrats get Congress back, we've seen the new swing state polls with Joe Biden down at least 2 points in every single swing state out of the 7. Trump wins 2 of those. We win the election. They need the election not to happen. And the way they do that is when they take over Congress. They declare war against Russia. They use that war, that full-on war, and possibly a false flag, backs it up, some type of psyop to get the country behind the war itself. But they use that war to cancel the 2024 presidential election. And how do I know this? Look what's happening in Ukraine. Look what NATO is saying, where Russia wants to take over all of Europe. That is patently false. NATO exists for the sole purpose of nobody attacking those countries because they'll get ganged up on by 32 plus countries. Russia knows that. Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of Defense, a couple weeks ago, apparently he told members of Congress that he was going to send their children to war. Joe Biden is very much backing everything that's going on in Ukraine right now. There is a goal that is being pushed through mainstream media, pushed through politicians, pushed through establishment information outlets that are solely in place to manipulate you. Once Democrats get Congress back, they will declare war against Russia almost immediately. I understand Congress has not declared war since 1942.
Yes.
But this election is the most important election of our lifetimes. And everybody on both sides knows this. So what McCarthy did, in my opinion, is treason. And I fully expect 1 or 2 more Republicans in the exact same spot to do the same thing. To be up for special election. Those seats will be won by Democrats. They will control Congress, and they will put us at war with Russia, which they will then use to cancel the 2024 election.
I'm muted. I'm talking over here. Yeah, sounds about right to me. activating the sleeper cells on the right, giving over control of the Congress to the left, putting us into war, canceling the election. And it's a criminal agenda, basically. I don't know if treason would apply, because in order for treason to actually happen, I believe you have to have a declaration of war against a foreign nation, and then somebody has to willingly help that nation. So if we don't have a declaration of official war, I don't know if it can be treason technically, according to what Robert Barnes was saying recently on Viva and Barnes. But I mean, goddamn, it's basically treason, just minus the declaration of war. The whole declaration of war thing is nuts too. We haven't declared war since World War II, and yet we've gone to Vietnam, we've gone to Korea, we've gone to Iraq and Afghanistan, and all over the freaking planet. And for instance, instead of following what the Constitution mandates, that the Congress must vote to declare war, Congress instead just voted to delegate that authority to President Bush, for instance, in the early 2000s, and let him unilaterally declare war in the Middle East, a blatant violation, flagrant violation of the law and of the Constitution, just flaunting it in our faces. It makes me sick. Val McGinnis, I was told by a neighbor that a couple of houses on my block are illegals, and they have up to 20 in both 3-bedroom homes. Wow. Yeah, that's oh, it's all good, dude. No stress. You got stuff to handle. No worries, man. Do your thing.
Yeah. Actually, my youngest son just called me and did a video chat. Well, his mom was doing it here, but yeah.
Nice. How's he doing?
He doing good, man. Running around the house destroying shit.
Hell yeah. That sounds about right. Just don't give him any M80s. He'll really be destroying shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're in a dangerous situation for sure. And Valentine Patriot was asking which states are the 3 that are moving to take Biden off the ballots. We did get a little bit distracted with a tangent. So let's go back to where we were at the Gateway Pundit. GOP state lawmakers drafting bills to remove Joe Biden from 2024. And it was a fun tangent. So tangents are good as long as we make sure we have to go back and get the key points across. So this is Jim Hoft writing, efforts are underway by Republican lawmakers to draft legislation aimed at removing Joe Biden from the ballot in key swing states, Georgia, Arizona, and Pennsylvania, according to Breitbart State Representative Aaron Bernstein from Pennsylvania, Charlize Byrd from Georgia. Ooh, that's a pretty name, Charlize. And Corey McGar. That's a pirate name right there. From a Scottish pirate, McGar, are spearheading these proposed legislative efforts. Sorry, I'm really annoying. Their objective is a direct response to the unconstitutional ruling in Colorado that invoked the U.S. Constitution's insurrection clause to prohibit Trump from appearing on the state's Sorry, guys, my throat's all screwed up. I got sick from Nelson, as you guys know. I think last week got me sick, and it started in my upper throat, went up to my nose, went to my lower throat, and now it's in my lungs. So I'm like, coughing over here. Try to mute myself as I do. According to Breitbart, these brave GOP lawmakers are positioning themselves against the, quote, lawfare tactics being used by Democrats to target Trump. They argue that the same grounds used to challenge Trump's eligibility based on accusations of inciting an insurrection, or as Chuck Schumer said, inciting an erection, might similarly implicate President Biden. This perspective refers to Biden's management of the southern border invasion and strong connections with China. Yeah, strong connections with China. I still got to find that video of him in the Senate back in like the 80s going, China owns us, like just straight up admitting that they're basically puppets of China, allegedly. Let's do a disclaimer while we're at it. Disclaimer, views expressed on Common Censored are only opinions. Assume everything we say is false and research for yourself. We are not giving medical, legal, or financial advice. The only advice we are giving is think for yourself, for yourself, for yourself. Question authority.
Question authority.
Think for yourself, for yourself, for yourself. Question authority, authority, authority. Yes, do that. In a joint statement, the three lawmakers wrote, quote, "Today we are joining forces to introduce legislation to remove Joe Biden from the ballot in Georgia, Arizona, and Pennsylvania. The absurdity of radical Democrat judges removing Donald Trump from the ballot in Colorado will be a stain on the American political system for decades. By their very own interpretation of the law, Joe Biden is 100% not eligible to run for political office. Democrats' insane justification to remove Trump can just as easily be applied to Joe Biden for his insurrection at the southern border and his alleged corrupt family business dealings with China. Colorado radicals just changed the game, and we are not going to sit quietly while they destroy our republic. To be clear, our objective is to showcase the absurdity of Colorado's decision and allow all candidates to be on the ballot in all states. To do that, we must fight back as Republicans against the communists currently running our great country." So we have a tweet, a post, goddamn, by Corey McGar here, at Corey McGar, McGarr, and that's Corey with no E, just CORY. For immediate release. This is the quote we just read, and it's cool to see these lawmakers from three different states kind of teaming up to combine forces. We're starting to see states like kind of aligning in a way that sort of resembles the Civil War, in my opinion. Like states joining up on one side against the other side and taking each other's candidates off the ballots. Wasn't it that Lincoln got removed from the ballot in 16 states or something leading up to the Civil War, and then immediately there was war after that?
Yeah, bro, we know the play that's trying to been that's basically we know the play that they're trying to run. We know the play that they're trying to run. They're sowing so much division right now. It's not even funny. Like you could see, like it's clearly right in front of your face. It cannot be denied. I think it's up to the people of the country to not fall into that crap. You know what I'm saying? Yep. It's so crazy how the preview of a movie that's not even coming out for another couple of months. That movie's not coming out until springtime, bro. And
Civil War movie?
Yeah, and it's like you already see trending on X, Civil War, and people starting to draw out maps and based upon a movie. Like, how stupid can people be? Like, will y'all stop it? Stop playing into it. Stop playing into it.
Programming is clearly working.
It's clearly, bro. And if you look at the word, insurrection, it says, this is the definition. It says a violent uprising against an authority or government. The insurrection was savagely put down, and that's just a phrase how you could put insurrection. So so let's say this, right? We have these people that's coming into our country. It's being allowed by one side of the aisle. If those people were to somehow get their hands on arms and attack the country or attack countrymen and women, then that would therefore be in the lines of being called an insurrection. So I don't know if we could call, well, I'm not even going to speak on the whole January thing. Like I said, I told myself I'm not speaking on it, period, point blank. But if people are coming into our country illegally, but they're being allowed to do so, basically being given, a free pass at the border, and then an attack happens on our country, who's going to be held responsible for that? Because that is an insurrection. When you have people from a different country come into one country and they're doing it illegally, and then something happens in that country against those people of that country, that could therefore be called an insurrection. Now, if that happens, and I pray to God that does not happen, but who's going to be held accountable for that? That's what I want to know. Like, who's going to be held accountable for that? Like,
if
I was president and I said, yeah, we're going to allow these people to come, and if anything happens, I will take full responsibility. We have yet to see our president say who is going to take responsibility for that if that happens. That's what I want to know. I think
they're going to blame us somehow,
how could you blame a people? How could you blame a people of a country who do not have authority to make these laws in certain jurisdictions when it has to do with people coming in and out of the country? Like me as a regular citizen, I don't have power over that, so you can't therefore blame the people of the country. That's bullshit.
Right. It's like
who's going to take
like the wife beater. Like a wife beater, beating his wife and saying, "Look what you made me do."
It's like, that's not possible. You cannot blame this on the American populace, whether you're left or right. Who in government is going to take responsibility for this? That's what I want to know.
We're going to have to band together and draft documents to blame Biden and co. Look at Cora Davis's comment down here. This is hilarious. Biden Fetterman 2024, their campaign slogan, it's a no-brainer, because they don't have a brain between the two of them. That's fucking hilarious.
It's crazy.
And Ed Hoskins, food, water, ammo, more ammo than anything. And Mama Mac pointing out in response that Ed added more ammo onto the list of his usual comment of food, water, ammo.
It's serious. We all see what's going on. We all see the play, and I'm starting to believe that certain subjects that you talk about, like there's certain keywords that the powers that be have programmed into the algorithm, because I have not seen my service go low for like the last almost like 2 weeks. It's been like good. And now that we're talking about this topic, that's a very important topic. It's like now I'm seeing that I'm going from full coverage to like 1 bar to 0. So if I start to be a little spotty, you guys, I can't control it. You know what I mean? I guess I don't know what the heck it is, but I know this. I've been really clear and had no problems when it comes to service, and now all of a sudden start to pop up. So I don't know. Got to figure that one out.
And Valentine Petra is now starting to sound like Ed. Blame the white guy. It's my fault. It's my fault. Hilarious. Mama Mac, bring back the orange man with the mean tweets. Mean tweets and humble foreign policy. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that DJT is not banned from X anymore. Like, he's on X. It's just that he's a lot more subtle when he makes his tweets. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't
Did he come back and tweet actually on X?
I don't believe it's him. I believe that it's somebody who does it for him. He'll probably, give him a few catchphrases and basically tell him what he wants to say, and then they'll graft it directly instead of him like literally having his phone in his hand and just like straight up.
Oh,
like,
yeah, he posted the mug shot. That's right. Yeah, because he has like an exclusivity deal going on with Truth, I believe, where like he has to post things on Truth for a limited time, and then he can post things on X after like a certain number of hours or something. So yeah, he hadn't tweeted since January 8th, 2021. Then he posted the mug shot, which kind of broke the internet.
Right. But I be seeing posts from him on a regular. So like there has to be somebody that's literally doing it for him, because I be seeing DJ.
Oh, there's probably like a bunch of
there's probably different
people that repost his Truth tweets and stuff on various accounts. Go. But his official account has only tweeted once or posted once since he came back. Yeah, bring back the orange man with the mean tweets. Yeah, we love mean tweets. Oh man, so funny. In other positive news, we have Trump remaining on the West Virginia ballot.
Right on, sister. Right on.
Yeah. After an Obama-appointed judge dismisses the case. So this is great news. Jim Hoft, on top of all the election stuff, dude is a machine, just putting out tons of content. A federal lawsuit aimed at blocking former President Donald Trump from appearing on the West Virginia electoral
from somebody
ballot.
outside of the state.
Oh, interesting.
Somebody outside of the state filed this lawsuit. Why,
Dude,
y'all
that's
gonna
so
see?
so ridiculous.
Yeah.
U.S. judge. The ballot. The lawsuit has been dismissed. The federal judge Irene Berger ruled against Texas resident John Anthony. Yeah, Texas resident. What's up with
filing a lawsuit in West Virginia?
Damn it, Beavis.
Well, if you, I mean, hey, if something could happen in Georgia and they could move it to DC, I mean, why not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, U.S. district. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. Still a little sick, guys. Judge Irene Berger ruled against Texas resident John Anthony Castro's action, which argued that Trump should not feature in the primary and general election ballots. So somebody from Texas can have an influence on the Pennsylvania ballot. Ridiculous on its face. The lawsuit. West Virginia. And West Virginia is one of the 9 active federal cases, including New Hampshire, Florida, Utah, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, brought by Texas resident John Anthony Castro, a self-proclaimed Republican presidential candidate. This fucking guy.
He's a write-in. He is a candidate for president, but he's a write-in ballot guy. So he's one of those guys. He's not even going to be on the primary ticket. Like, you got to write.
Not in the debates or anything. Fucking putana.
No chance of this guy even. This was probably his ploy to get his name out there to do this.
Right, to get famous and get name recognition. And
yeah, exactly. Then people start doing their research and finding out who he is, and it's Castro. Like, sorry.
Yeah. Like it didn't work for DeSantis to go against Trump. You saw the spectacular implosion of his popularity. So good luck, you fucking idiot, scumbag. He's filed election challenges in 27 states regarding Mr. Trump's eligibility on the ballot under the 14th Amendment over the years. So he's just an idiot. The insurrection clause literally specifically applies to the Civil War insurrection.
DJT ain't been charged with insurrection. If you look at every single charge that he has for all of these cases, none of them says insurrection.
Right.
Which that's what blows my mind, is he has not been charged or convicted with none of this. So it's like, how is this standing up in court? It's going to stand in certain state courts, but certain states is not even good. They're going, like, the Supreme Court of certain states is just going to knock it down. But when this goes to the Supreme Court of, like the highest of the high, we talking about, you know what I'm saying? The highest of the high. We ain't talking about the Supreme Court of the state. We're talking about the actual Supreme Court, the last step, the last say so. They're going to knock this down. It'll probably be a 9-0 decision. It'll probably be 9-0 when it gets to the Supreme.
It should be. And what was it? There was like the one state, maybe Wisconsin or something, who they had that ruling where they, in the ruling, they asserted that Trump had participated in an insurrection, and everybody's like, "Oh, the court says that he insurrected. The court says that he was an insurrection." No, the court didn't rule that. It was just an assertion inside of the ruling. It wasn't decided as part of they just decided that it was a fact on their own. As one of the judges in the ruling, it's not an established like court decision that's what the case is. So the media was manipulating the presentation of that whole thing. Valentine Patriot. Look why he wanted him off the ballot, because Trump was whipping his ass. Sorry, go ahead.
Right. And shout out to Wisconsin. They actually did something good today. The ruling came out because Wisconsin was trying to redraw the county lines for the special elections, and the Wisconsin Supreme Court shot that down today and said that is unconstitutional. You can't do it. So I believe, I don't know if it's in the common censored notes. But I'm pretty sure if you go all the way down, bro, I didn't really have time to put the actual titles, but if you read, boom, there you go. Bam. You can't
Democrats
just redistrict.
Hope new maps will weaken. It looks like they are ordering new legislative maps.
I thought that I swear I seen George,
they overturned Republican drawn maps that ordered new district boundary lines as Democrats had urged in a redistricting case they hope will weaken the GOP majorities.
Hold on. I swear B Hizzy, man, posted something, man, that said that it got turned out. Let me see if I can
find what B
Hizzy's
Hizzy's saying. I'll read a little more of this article, and then when you find it, we can bring it up on screen. The lawsuit we're talking about, West Virginia, by the Castro bastard over here. The lawsuit was initially propelled by Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, suggesting that anyone who is engaged in an insurrection or rebellion is disqualified from federal office, a clause echoed in this week's Colorado Supreme Court decision against Trump's ballot eligibility there. Castro claimed that Trump's inclusion would diminish his own chances of electoral success. Oh, well, that happens with every candidate that you're going against. Every additional candidate diminishes your chances. That's just part of the natural process, dude. Like, what's the problem here? However, U.S. District Judge. Oh, you find it?
Yeah, I was wrong. So,
oh man.
Okay, so it says Wisconsin Supreme Court strikes down legislative maps and orders new maps in time for the 2024 election. So, yeah, if the GOP legislators and Dems cannot enact new maps, court will draw the maps. So, congratulations to the lawyers involved. And B. Hizzy said, this is the fight that the GOP needs to be fighting instead of hosting endless debates for a second place. Democrats like Mark Elias are furiously at work dismantling elections in all swing states while Republicans can't even stay united. This is a perfect case to take to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court needs to put an end to judges legislating elections from the bench, because as it stands, nothing is stopping the court from redoing what was done in 2020 and changing the rules by the rules last night. So yeah, I don't know, bro. So they're trying to redistrict entire states to get the special elections in their favor, which is I don't know. Like, how can you do all of this stuff, bro?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't know, bro. I just thought that there are certain things that you can and you can't do, and like redistricting a entire state for county lines to make it in your favor. Shouldn't that be considered gerrymandering? Am I confused?
It seems like it to me.
Like,
I think that with the census every 10 years, you're supposed to redraw district lines. But you know, it seems like they're just pulling out every dirty little trick that they can to screw us. Basically, what we're seeing is corruption with no repercussions. Well, welcome to the introduction of revolutionary mass production. That's what we're doing here, is mass production of revolutionaries. Every person you send this to increases our chances of victory. Spread the word. Spread the word. Oh, Valentine Patriot is pointing out that our 2A has a say. Our 2A will always have a say, especially in the hands of the 3% when the time arrives. You know, who's it? Thomas Jefferson that said that, every now and again, the withered tree of liberty must be replenished with the blood of patriots and tyrants alike. And we're not advocating violence in any type of way, and we're discouraging it because we will be blamed and made into demons. But it happens sometimes, and so they're pushing in that direction. Oh, Cora Davis, hilarious.
The violence is not the key, man. Violence is not the key, you guys. Violence is just will create another pathway for them to take more and more of your rights away, bro. Trust me. Like, violence is not the key, and they're going to be hard on anybody who tries to do anything in the name of a political party. Best believe it's going to have a ripple effect on everyday Americans, like the people that are sitting before you and creating this content. Don't go out there and do anything stupid, please. It's dumb. It's not worth it.
The pen is mightier than the sword, especially now with the internet. That's like a force multiplier, just multiplying the power of the pen and letting logic and reason get out to everybody.
And the scary thing is they, let's just say if somebody goes and does something in the name of Joe Biden or Donald Trump, you know what I mean? It just depends on how the DOJ is going to react. But most likely, if somebody goes and does something in the name of MAGA or Donald Trump, they will start looking at people who provide this type of content as people who basically put forth the ideas to do that, even if that's not what we were doing. So like, please, and for our sake, like, don't go do nothing stupid, please. Like they will literally turn regular people who don't do damn thing. They will turn them into criminals and prosecute.
They'll crack down on all of us. Cora Davis pointing out they screw us and we don't even get kissed. They don't even take us to dinner. Ed adding, we don't even get lube, let alone a kiss. Valentine Patriot. Cora Davis with the punchlines tonight. Oops, I took out the wrong words there. He said Cora Davis with the punchlines. Sorry. I'm copying and pasting chats from Rumble in there. Go ahead.
Oh, it's all good. Did you guys know that Nikki Haley bought a $2.4 million house in South Carolina Islands after leaving office and joining Boeing board?
Wow. For some reason, that doesn't necessarily surprise me.
Oh, it's a beautiful house too, Nikki. Damn. She got taste. Yeah.
Nikki Haley, 2.4 mansion. Nikki Haley purchases $2.4 million South Carolina mansion. Ooh, that is beautiful. Look,
she got taste, don't she? Damn, Nikki,
that's some
Nikki,
blood right there.
Ooh-wee.
Let's look at the inside.
Damn,
nice open concept.
Yeah, she look like she got 25-foot ceilings. Those ain't 15-foot ceilings. Those 25.
It's 2 stories at least.
That's a lot of money.
It's probably 30-foot ceilings, dude.
Good Lord, bro.
The palm trees in the back of the chairs. This is where the business takes place right here. Got a pool and hot tub combo.
Yeah, that look like she right off Myrtle Beach. Like the beach is like literally right there. Like hold on, bro. Scroll down. Like look. Hold on. Go up to the go up to the
right there.
Boom. Yeah, bro. That look like Myrtle Beach. I done been to South Carolina now. I didn't dropped a lot of loads of freight in South Carolina now. Especially they got Dunlap out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got a lot of feed houses out there. I done dropped a lot of feed out there. I done dropped tires out there for Tyco. I done did a lot of work. Yeah, man, she living real good on Murder Beach. The beach really is a murder. Man.
Yeah, Cora Davis, see what the big corp gets you? Mama Mac, damn, that government salary goes a long way. Flustercluck, 99. She is so detached from reality and the common folks. April 58, welcome to the chat. I don't recall seeing you here before. Thanks for joining us. Are you my friend April, or are you a different April? Cora Davis, yes, she is fluster. They all are so detached from reality and the common folks. Indeed. Where were we?
I know we got all.
It's all good. Let's jump over to this interesting story. Appeals court rules Nirvana can be sued for over iconic Nevermind album cover. Remember that album cover?
Yeah, I think we should disconnect from
YouTube.
I think that word right there can get us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's disconnect and I'll edit that out afterwards and repost.
Yeah.
All right.
And it was at 58 minutes and 40 seconds. I'll write that down too, bro. Hold on, let me get a pen.
Thanks. Here, I will take our Rumble link and post it in the YouTube chat. Jet lag. Glock is mightier than the sword. Indeed. I like that. Check out the link, you guys that are hanging out on YouTube, and join us on Rumble. We're going to be closing out PooTube right here. And we will catch you guys on the flip side. Let's get ready to rumble.